Hey Leos, and welcome to your March 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, and I'm here to give you guys hopefully an amazing reading for your month ahead. So, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you guys because this looks like it's going to be a really great month for you if you let it be. You've got kind of like Geminis, for any of you Leos who have Geminis in your chart, you've got a little bit of an obstacle that you're kind of looking at in your peripheral vision the whole entire month, but you can really use that to like your advantage if you kind of break the formula to it, if you kind of decode it in your head. It's a great time for Leos because you and Geminis, again, so if you guys have Gemini, keep this in mind for you as kind of like an extra boost of energy. It's a time for Leos where your obstacles can work out in your favor in the long run. It's a time for you where the things you're going through in the future will benefit you if you just spin them in a certain way now. And I don't mean manipulate them, but I mean like towards yourself. If you can use your obstacles to kind of as a springboard into the career that you want, into the project you're trying to accomplish, into your health, it seems like you can really go the extra mile, okay? And you guys do have 4 major arcana as well: the Sun, Temperance, the Fool, and Justice. So it's going to be a really big month for you to remember. But it's nothing very explosive in March for anybody, not until the end of the month for sure, because we are in Pisces time. We just had the eclipse and new moon in Pisces, and which made it like really powerful, a really powerful time for this Pisces cycle and the end of the astrological new year. So everyone is falling back a little bit right now, and you guys less so than others. If any of you Leos have any like water influence though in your chart, or even earth to a lesser degree, then you will probably feel the urge to withdraw a bit more or the urge to pull back more. But in general, Leo in its fullness is not struggling with this so much, but it's going to be good for you, again, to not be so outwardly oriented regardless, to honor, in the beginning of March at least, the shadow world, to honor your internal mechanism. It's always a very powerful thing to do this time of the year. And as I've been saying in most of the videos this month, it's not good right now to be trying to consciously solve something within you, trying to find the answer, trying to, although it's good to let the chapter close naturally right now, it's not actually, as much as some people think, it's not a very good time to try to make a distinct ending to something, to try to end something, done, it's over, moving on. If that happens naturally, it's one thing, but trying to force anything right now, even endings, despite being at the end of the astrological year, it's not something that's comfortable right now. So if you force endings too hard right now, even though that's the time of year that we're in, you'll feel like you did it too preemptively. You'll feel like you did it too quickly, and you'll think, and it'll still affect you for a little while past the time, versus if you just kind of let it naturally play out. Now is a time to let things play out naturally. And you can kind of more at the internal level, like, think about endings. Again, like, don't force it with yourself, because you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, where you tell yourself, I'm going to stop feeling a certain way about somebody, or I'm going to stop wanting some certain thing. And then you're going to end up like dreaming about it, or you're going to end up realizing that you're like thinking about it in the back of your head, and you're going to get upset with yourself, and that's going to kind of start a cycle. So just let things be natural right now. Now is a time, as I'm saying, for unconscious healing through symbolism. Okay, that's what Pisces is all about. There's not much conscious healing that happens in Pisces. Okay, and Pisces is a very healing energy. So a lot of people think that when they have a lot of Pisces in their chart, or when we're at a Pisces time of the year, that they can heal themselves. Well, the problem is they're consciously trying to heal themselves, which is not how Pisces operates, okay? So it's all about the things that you see on a day-to-day basis and how that symbolizes, like, I always talk about like locked doors or open gates, or just small things that happen that are mundane that kind of represent some bigger part of yourself, and you may not even realize it in the moment, and that's best, but there is cellular healing taking place when you see universal symbols that open something or close something that's been a long-running part of yourself anyway. So yeah, allow the unconscious healing to happen right now, Leos, and keep manifesting on the outside world. Again, not pushing or forcing on the outside world, but manifesting in a natural way. It's great for you guys. You guys have a little bit more ability than others right now to do that, along with Gemini. And it seems like you guys do have projects going right now, some kind of financial projects or creative projects, and you are kind of maybe losing sleep over some of those things. So pull back if you need to, but keep it going. Keep steady for sure. Measured, steady progress. It's a good time for that. All right. So anyway, I'm going to start this reading from the week-to-week basis and see what specifically is coming forward for you guys. So in the first week, you guys have the Sun rooted down by Temperance reversed. So you finally see something for what it is in the first week. This could be coming from February as well. You finally are kind of taken out of the dark on something. If for the Leos in relationships, you may find out something about your partner that you didn't know. You may find out about something that somebody in your life did that you didn't know about that kind of messes with the relationship. And I feel like the message behind this with rooted down by Temperance is that it could be some kind of test to see if you'll let like lies or things that you're finding out about, if you'll really let that get to you. Like, are you going to let this difficult situation make you lose all the progress that you've made, like with your body or with a project? Are you going to let it swing you out of balance? Or are you going to acknowledge it for what it is, take your moment to grieve it, but continue to manifest balance in your life? Continue the exercise, continue the healthy diet. This is such a great time in early March to realkalize the body, to rehydrate the body in the long term, okay? So the water that you drink in early March, that will hydrate you for, in a way, the rest of the year. And that sounds funny, and I'm sure all the doctors out there are like, what? But energetically, water right now is more hydrating and can detoxify yourself in a way that is longer lasting. I'm not a doctor, so I'm sure that medical people would be like, please. But it really energetically can detoxify you more right now. And likewise, toxins that you're putting into your body, the caffeines, the alcohols, any substances that are not natural, any artificial things will toxify you that much quicker as well. So it's a lot easier to be intoxicated right now. It's a lot easier to get drunk. It's a lot easier to blur your consciousness, or it takes less of the substance to get you there. So do keep that in mind too. Like, you're not going to be able to drink as much as usual. You're not going to be able to take as much as usual because your defenses, your bodily defenses are not functioning at their highest right now during Pisces, and it's really easy to be poisoned, honestly, too. So make sure you're eating clean food. Food poisoning is really easy right now. Intoxication of any kind is really easy right now. Also, I was also going somewhere else with that. It's like poisonous people as well. Like, you're much more susceptible to people's energy right now. That's again why it's a good time to withdraw during this time, because poisonous people who have a poisonous auric field, it's a lot easier for it to bleed over onto you right now. It's easy for people to transmute their karma, and that doesn't mean that they won't have to suffer their karma. But, for people who are like really promiscuous, it's not good right now because people's auric poison will bleed off onto you a lot more potently than usual. So again, it's a good time to pull back and not be so connected with other people in whatever way. So yes, and tying that back into the first week for you guys with the Sun over Temperance reversed, it's like, can you go through something that's difficult, through some kind of emotional upheaval, without swinging into that mindset of yours, Leo, where you need to be with everybody, where you need to be promiscuous, or where you need to be like the life of the party and being like the person who takes the most or whatever, because that could see you in bad places right now. So just keep on doing what you're doing, because you've been really trying to detoxify yourself in every way. So keep that up regardless, and you'll see yourself getting over this problem a lot easier. You'll see it with alkalizing your body, deacidifying your body. You will see that your emotional problems become a lot easier to deal with as well. Okay, so moving into the second week, You guys have the King of Swords rooted down by the Fool reversed. And it seems like you're tempted to start a new chapter, or you're taking on the equinox energy that's coming in a little bit too soon. The Fool is reversed, so it says you've got to be careful about swinging into something too quickly that's too new. So make sure you're employing some objective, clear thinking about whatever situation. Make sure that you're activating the King of Swords archetype, or you're like consulting any of your Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius like masculine friends about it. They'll have good advice to give you that will work out well for you. And just like make sure you're trying not to run away from anything right now. You don't have much archetypes of leaving something behind. You're not there yet, at least. So you could preemptively be trying to run away from a situation or trying to escape when you've not like tied up all the loose ends. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're tying up the loose ends of any situation before you just jump out of it. This could also be a signal that you might be tempted to start a new relationship with the King of Swords type of energy. Again, the Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra energy. And the message is, again, like, don't go too quick with it, because it's not the best time for starting a relationship right now. During any kind of Pisces or Neptunian energy, it is not such a good time to be relating with other people, because you can, if you start a relationship right now, you just run the risk for the relationship's birth energy to always be foggy and unclear, to always be like really great but really bad, a little bit poisonous, potentially really splendid, like really almost fictional, or kind of like Hollywood in a way, kind of eccentric, and because Pisces has that aspect of it too. Like Hollywood is actually or the whole idea of like smoke and mirrors, or like really glamorous like Hollywood life, believe it or not, is actually ruled by Pisces and Neptune. It does have its Leo rulership as well in the sense of the stage, but whenever you're dealing with cameras or editing, you are actually honing in on the Pisces energy. So your relationships can take on that tone as well right now, especially new relationships where you don't know a lot about people. Like Pisces is really mysterious, so you'll have a tendency right now for the facts that you don't know about people to almost make them up yourself, and people kind of become what you want them to be. It doesn't work with old relationships because you already know these things about these people, but you're really tempted right now in new relationships that you start to like, oh, I don't know this person's past. I think that this person is really wounded, but then I think that they had a really nice experience that made them a really good person, and they've completely healed through this and that and this and that. And like you kind of make up people's past right now to be something that you want, and it like attracts you more to them. So that's why we need to be careful with relating to other people, because it will be painful when you realize that never happened. And when we come into like Aries time and it kind of shatters the veil, and this pretend like charade of the Pisces energy just falls away. So beware of starting new relationships right now. You just at least wait until after the equinox, like at the end of March or early April, to consider it further. Moving into the third week for you guys, you have the 10 of Pentacles rooted down by the 8 of Pentacles reversed. It seems like you're making more money now. It seems like your family might be helping you. It seems like inheritances and bonuses at work, like the whole idea of free money is an archetype in your life right now, Leo. And this could be that you're making a lot more at your job, but the work is getting to you, being that it's rooted down by the 8 of Pentacles reversed. It's like you're having to put so much effort into everything that you do, and it's like even though you might be getting paid well, you are not enjoying it anymore. And it's like regardless of how much you get paid to do this, you're like, oh, I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And I feel like the message is that you just need to change the perspective on how you're creating your product. It seems like if you can do that in a more regimented way, or in a way that's more suited to your biorhythm, it seems like you can enjoy it once more. But you have to change the perspective on how you make what it is that you make, because the money is great. The money's going to get better. So that should be incentive for you. Okay, moving into the fourth week, you guys have Justice rooted down by the 9 of Swords. Again, this is that obstacle that I'm talking about. Justice has been popping up for a lot of people this month. And I've been, more so than feeling that this is a legal thing, although it can be for some of you, I feel that this is a fairness thing in relationships of the past. I feel that you are struggling to know what is and is not fair. And this happened for Gemini too, I believe. And so again, for you Leos with Gemini, really big deal. I feel like you guys aren't knowing like for sure what is fair, and you're like losing sleep over it. You're like up night, like stressing about understanding what's fair, what isn't fair. And was I a good person? Was I a bad person? Was what they did good or bad? I can't really decide. It could have been good, it could have been bad, and I'm struggling to make the decision. Again, disconnect from this. At the end of March, in this fourth week as it is, it's like you're trying to access the energy that March came in with. And I'm proud that I can sit here and kind of tell you about this because I feel like a lot of people may not realize it. You do this kind of thing at the beginning of the month, and it will naturally go at the end. It will naturally leave. But if you're trying to hone in on the Nine of Swords energy after the equinox, you'll be prolonging it for yourself. It will be something you're stepping into the new year with, and it will carry out for a lot longer of a time. So get this over with in the beginning of the month. Make your decisions and let it be, you know. Don't too consciously analyze it, although to see the Nine of Swords, it's like you will anyway, potentially, but you can choose not to, you know. So just be prepared to do this earlier on if you can, and then it will go naturally with the equinox, so... And your central theme, Leo, is the Eight of Wands reversed. So there's abundance. There's like windfall coming in for you, but it's not coming from where you expect it, being that it's reversed. And it's kind of coming out of left field for you. So, but just be ready for it. This can be relationships, or this can be money, or clients, or anything that you need like a large number of to feel abundant in your life. This is that. So it can also be really good for like getting your body together. Like if you're wanting to start a detox or a health regimen, or like get Botox or go to a spa or something. I often see the Eight of Wands with like people who get Botox, just as a random side note. So maybe some of you guys, and equinox energy is a really good time to do that, actually. Any kind of like elective surgery, because it's a transformative period of time. So now's the time for that. And or anything that rejuvenates your body. It doesn't have to be anything cosmetic, you know. It's a good time for anything that can cause transformation to your body. So anyway, yeah, this has been a great reading for me, guys. I hope that you got some clarification on it. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. It is linked in the description box below. Also, if you would like to book a private reading with me, it should be popping up on the screen any moment. And you can also subscribe to my channel. There should be more content coming specifically for the equinox, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And without further ado, I really hope you guys have an amazing month, and I will see you later this month. So bye.